I'm here with another interesting topic, exothermic reactions. So, what do you mean by exothermic reaction? The term exo is originated from Greek, which means outside. Exo means outside, and therm means heat or temperature. So heat is evolved or heat is liberated during a chemical reaction. So that kind of reactions can be called as exothermic reactions. So heat energy is liberated during a chemical reaction. It can be during a combination reaction. When heat energy is released during a combination reaction or any reaction, that kind of reactions can be called as exothermic reactions. So when this heat energy is released, when the products has less energy compared to that of the reactant molecules, then the heat energy can be released. That is why we call it as an exothermic reaction. So we can just check the energy profile diagram for the exothermic reaction, where if the reaction is proceeding in this direction, and we have energy profile diagram here we have the reactants, which is represented as R, and the reaction proceeds this route, and here we are getting the product. So this much amount of heat is liberated here, so that we can call it as an exothermic reaction. So very simple exothermic reaction. Look at some examples of exothermic reactions which we have observed in our daily life. See these examples which are very familiar for us. See, remember this equation? Calcium oxide treated with water to produce calcium hydroxide. Quicklime is treated with water, or water is added to quicklime dropwise in order to get calcium hydroxide. When you do that experiment, just touch the beaker, sides of the beaker, not inside, just outside the sides of the beaker, so that you can feel heat energy is being released during that reaction. So that is an example for exothermic reaction. Another example, freezing of water into ice. When you are keeping water in freezer of your refrigerator, ice is being produced there. During that process, heat energy is liberated. Freezing of water into ice is an example for exothermic reaction. Another example, burning of candle. Almost all the combustion reactions are examples for exothermic reactions. Burning of candle, paraffin wax, it's a hydrocarbon material which is burnt with fire in presence of oxygen. That is an example for exothermic reaction. Now, combustion reactions, cellular respiration. What happens in cellular respiration in the living organisms? In our body especially, what happens there in each cell? Glucose is getting converted into carbon dioxide and water molecule. Along with that, energy is released. This is also an example for exothermic reaction. Now, lighting of matchstick. Matchstick is made up of phosphorus and sulfur and few other chemicals. So when you try to light that matchstick, what happens there? This phosphorus, sulfur and these chemicals combine, or they react in order to produce heat energy. So this is another example for exothermic reaction. And burning a piece of paper, as I already mentioned, combustion reactions. It is an example for exothermic reaction. Now, neutralization reactions, where we have found neutralization reactions, you are adding base to an acid or acid to a base to neutralize it. You are getting the salt as well as aqueous salt you are getting. Okay, it will get neutralized. Or else you can simply just test. You add sodium hydroxide to beaker of water, or you dissolve sodium hydroxide in a beaker of water and touch the beaker. You can experience heat energy is being released. So these are all common examples for exothermic reactions, in which few of them we have experienced in our life already. In our daily life, we are experiencing all these things. So it's very, very, very easy to remember what are exothermic reactions, since we have experienced most of these reactions in our daily life. Please comment your doubts in the comment box and subscribe for more updates. Thank you.